came to my documentary movie thing in this bottomless cosmic void. I worked really hard on the chairs for you all to sit in, and I couldn't find a stage, but about the movie, we've even got some special guests here like PewDiePie.
House Gold
Now that we're all comfortable, please enjoy my movie.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm so excited.
Are you excited or straight?
Shut up. I'm trying to watch the double feature.
So look at the is the road with an unknown void, a bad man, the apocalypse, excuse me.
Hip,
So we're going to
nude,
the apocalypse and they have
Three?
literary elements like nouns. Okay, so there is thingamabout is like symbolism. The God is all around for them, but only one of them can like escape, you know, like shoot themselves. So like a another thing is the life lesson the road teaches. It teaches that no matter the situation, family always comes first. Because the dad protects the boy more than anything ever. The quote for the road is there such a being within you of which you know nothing? Tell me, hurry in your arms just so. The stairs quick, pull him toward you, kiss him quickly. This shows that the dad has a nice relationship with the boy. Oh, I'm sorry, my dad just sneezed though. Which teaches a very valuable lesson. Now time for our next segment. Please welcome Macbeth, my special guest.
Well, he made a mistake. Not a big deal.
Hey everyone. The name's Macbeth, and today I'll be reviewing Macbeth.
Biased scum. The sales went down.
So Macbeth is a violent story about murder, betrayal, greed, wealth, despair, marriage problems, and horrible violence. Allow me to explain. Macbeth, a Scottish military leader who comes across a trio of witches who inform him that he will become one day the King of Scotland. So after being agitated by his wife and his ambitions, after hearing of the witch's tale, he proceeds to stab King Duncan to death in his sleep. I have plenty of relationships, including my friends who I murdered and my wife who dies later. That's it. Yeah, get stabbed. Bingo. And that was Macbeth. Overall, like a 7 out of 10.
Beep, beep, beep! Oh, sorry! What's that? Oh, that's just a you can't make this shit up alarm! Get out of my brain!
The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime is a story about Christopher Boone and his father living alone in the UK in a small suburban town. And we're using puppets, and we're also going to be improvising this entire thing. And I don't know what I'm talking about, except that it has to relate to relationships, which there are a lot in this book, because the dad and the son fight all the time, as you can clearly see by this thing I filmed 3 days ago. And yeah. So it starts off pretty normal, right? Chris is like trying to write a book. He's smart, and the dad just murdered a dog. And you see, that's the dead dog. And Chris is very suspicious about this. He doesn't know what to think. So he goes to investigate the dead dog corpse thing. And he goes, walks over, how mean she looks. The neighbor's telling Chris that she's going to call the police. And this actually connects to several points with the relationship. mostly because Chris has a relationship with his father, and it's a very strong relationship. Chris has been with his father ever since his mother, quote unquote, died. Spoiler alert for those who haven't read the book, which is probably most of you. Yeah, so the dad is very suspicious about this boyo, and he's like, "Okay, son, don't explore anymore, or I'm gonna get really mad at you." And yeah, Chris just does what he wants to do anyways. And according to chapter 2, page 1, the dog was dead. There was a garden fork sticking out of the dog, and that shows that Christopher has seen some brutal things. He might have PTSD from this. Hey Zach, I know you're laughing back there, but it's not funny. It's like 3 a.m. I just want to die. So Chris is talking to his dad, and Chris promised to not write in the book, and to not ask people about the dog, but he does a lot of that anyways because he doesn't care. And yeah, and the dad gets really mad at Chris, but it's to an extreme point where Chris, who's that kid right there, he gets beaten by his dad. Not yet. No, he realizes that there are letters from his mother, and he discovers this while his dad is away out in the town. And this shows a lot of relationships, because Christopher, despite all the abuse, had a good relationship with his mother. But Chris, the relationship with his father is completely strained. Like it says on chapter 157, page 112, Mother had not had a heart attack, Mother had not died, Mother had not been alive all the time, and Father had lied about this. And yeah, they have a falling out, and it leads to Chris walking over to London. That's London right there, and that's Chris. Chris is in London now, and he meets all sorts of familiar, friendly faces, like people he doesn't know, like cops, and people who are mean to him because he has a rat or something, I don't know. Finally finds his mother, but his mother is living with his used-to-be neighbor, Mr. Jones Simmons. Yeah, I don't know. There he is. That's the stepfather, and the stepfather seems pretty mean to Christopher. He yells at him. He is an alcoholic. Yeah, he beats the family. He beats the family. And then the dad is worried sick about Christopher. The dad is trying to find Christopher again. And the dad does not know how. But Christopher, he goes back to his dad somehow. Because the cops come and they take him, and the mother also comes. The mother divorced or broke up with her spouse, and they all fight a lot. But they all love each other except the mom and the dad, because the mom cheated on the dad, like a horrible person. And that's basically... Oh, and the dad also got a new dog, and Christopher's really happy about that fact. And, yeah. The end. Softly in the dusk, Olin is singing to me, taking me back down the vista of years till I see a child sitting under the piano. In the boom of tingling strings and pressing the small poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings. In spite of myself, the insidious mastery of song betrays me back till the heart of me weeps to belong to the old Sunday evenings at home, with winter outside and hymns in the cozy parlor, the tinkling piano our guide. So now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamor with the great black piano. This poem obviously includes of relationships because of the connection between the poem writer and the mother, and the childhood experiences had with said mother. In the poem 15, there is a young 15-year-old boy who notices a bright, shiny, glistening motorcycle flipped over and he finds a stranger, someone he doesn't know, tipped over, bleeding. And then he calls the motorcycle a machine. Something he's always wanted. He calls it a machine. And that is because of the new relationship had with the stranger he finds. And they really connect, because the boy helps the man up and never sees him again. The relationships don't need to last for a long time.
Oh, I guess that was a failure. Who cares? I'll just pack up the chairs.
This bleep blorb man.
Oh, Zachbot, that was the nicest and most reassuring thing anyone has ever said to me. You know what? You're right. I don't need them. I need you. Come on, pal. Let's pack up these chairs together.
At the airport terminal, the planes are landing. Traveling somewhere and it feels fantastic.